Good evening, fellow vapors. It's Vaping Newbie here. It's Saturday, and I had no intention of doing anything else until Tuesday or Wednesday. But I've been getting a lot of emails requesting information on some of the items that I had in my previous video. So I picked two that I got the most questions about, and thought I'd do a little quickie video. No contest, and it's really for newer people. So if you've been around for a while, you probably are already bored by now. We're only 30 seconds in, so it was nice seeing you anyhow. The first mod that I'm going to talk about is the answer to the most asked question by a newer vapor, which is I want to upgrade. I have a little Ego battery. What should I get? And generally, the answer to that is the MVP2 by Anoken, or they call it iTaste, but it's Anoken. And this is a really practical battery. For all intents and purposes, that's all it is. It's a battery pack. It's a battery pack that knows somebody because there are little things built in. We're going to start by, yeah, okay. So we're going to start by the fire button, which is here. Some people were saying that's uncomfortable. When I used it on a regular basis, I had no issue with using with that button. So when you press it 3 times, you get a little light show that just tells you that it's on. So right now, the machine is on. And as you can see, it has a dual type threading. You have your 510 and your Ego. So you could take, I brought a little Ego tank, I'm sorry, EVOD tank here. So you can put that on, and that actually looks pretty nice. And I can take that off and then put on a beauty ring. Now, I should point out that if you plan on putting a beauty ring on with an Ego style topper, always remember that when you're unscrewing this, the base might stay there and you're going to end up with a handful of juice. So be really careful. And I always suggest take the beauty ring off if you're using these type of the Ego style tanks. Okay. Um, Also, you have here on the side, you have an LCD display. So by pushing a button, I'm pushing the bottom one. There's a puff counter, and that's my voltage. I'll take that off. Press the top, and it's my puff counter again, and my wattage. The maximum wattage you can go. Am I going up or down? The maximum wattage you have is 11 volts, and it round robin, so it can go right through. The puff counter, simply explained, is every time you hit the button to take a shot, it's going to count that. So, I mean, when I first got it, I used to look at it. I admit it. After that, I gave up looking at it, and now it really is my backup. So it is a great machine for that as well. On the bottom of it, I'd be remiss in mentioning that you have some extra slots here. So here's the charging cable that comes with it, and pardon me. You simply put this in, put it in the right way. And then you have the USB cable that you can use to charge it. Or you could put this in an adapter and charge it on the AC, which I preferred when I was doing it. It would charge it faster. But when I was desperate, I would plug this into the computer so it has pass through, so you can actually use it while it's charging. Also, there are other little plugs on this charging cord, and you just reverse everything. You put this into the USB slot that's on the bottom. There's a switch here. You just switch that to on, and then you can use this to charge other devices that it may fit. Obviously, it's not going to fit all of them, but there are devices that it could fit. So in a package, this is really darn good. And obviously, it's available at most shops. Canvape.com has it, and it comes in a package. I'm not quite sure what the Canvape package is, but I believe you obviously get the unit, you have the charge cord, and you probably have either an iClear 30 or 2 iClear 16s. I'm not 100% sure. So please, canvape.com, give them a look up. It is a very reasonable priced. I believe it's about $55. So that in itself is pretty darn good. And it is a fantastic upgrade from the Ego little spinner type batteries. The other mod, that I was asked about is this, which is the SVD by Anoken. Yes, I do like Anoken products. I find that they're pretty darn good. And this is a telescoping mode, also variable wattage and variable voltage, which goes here. So I don't know if I have it on or not. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just turned it off. So you get the screen. It says on, and then you have buttons. And this has a lock feature. So if I put on my topper and I want to know what the resistance of the topper is, I simply push both buttons together, and it tells me 1.4 ohms. And also by holding that, okay, after it'll come back and it'll show you lock, which I just locked the power or voltage, the wattage or voltage increase and decrease. This never works out the way you want it to. So there it is, and then it'll probably show, there it goes. So there's 12, it's on 12 watts. So now I can move that, and it goes up to 15 watts. You can also use voltage, and by pressing the two of them together again, it'll show again the resistance of the topper, and it'll lock. So now nothing can change. If you want to know the strength of your battery, I'll just let that go out. You simply push the, I think it's the minus button. I should have checked that, huh? I think it's the minus button. Let me find out. Oh, yep, I was right. Cut off my legs and call me Shorty. I was right. Press the minus button, and it'll show you the strength of your battery. And I think this one's at 3.6, and I always change around 3.6. This is in 18350 mode. I'm sorry, and as you can see, the SVD itself is about 4 inches roughly, and then you add on the topper. So to me, it was pretty good. It's not big. It is my everyday all day unit. Now, having said that, this is the little battery that's in there. Just a small one. It's the 18350 battery. Now look what happens if I put in an 18650 battery, right? So this is telescoping. And it'll take an 18500. I just don't have any. But you just adjust this up by screwing around for a few minutes, and that'll just pull right out, and it becomes almost like a baton. It becomes quite a bit longer. I'll just put the cap. Now, the thing that's funny about this is the cap screws on really well, but this is rough sometimes. This is rough. So now, there you go. That's now an 18650. It's quite a bit longer. With the topper, it's probably about 6.5, nearly 7 inches. And it works really well. So it's a good machine, but keep in mind that A, you need to buy batteries. B, you're going to need a charger. But once you get it, I think Mathieu, you'd agree with me. It's a really good unit. Yes, it's big, but again, I don't find it that big, and I just sort of hold it close to me. It's not like my 134 that it's in your face. This one is not bad. And again, I use it mostly with the wee guy, the little 18350s, but I go through a lot of these in a day. I probably go about 4 or 5 of these in a day, and from that time, I mean, maybe from let's say 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night. That 12 hours, I probably go through about 4 or 5 of these batteries. So keep that in mind. So I hope that answered some of your questions. If not, certainly you can email me at vapingnewbie@outlook.com. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, say hi. I like doing it, and I hope you like looking at it or watching it. You take care, stay healthy, happy vaping. Take care now.